He's not going to make the corner.
The Col de Tirreni reserved its surprises for the man it's tormented for so many years, Colin McRae. This time, unbelievably, a seat mounting broke, causing the Scot to try and support himself using the steering wheel. But surprisingly, that only worked for so long. That most public of spins right on the top of the Col contributed to McRae only setting the 8th fastest time. His older brother had escaped unscathed after he spun in exactly the same place earlier in the day, but Alistair wasn't so lucky. Over 4 minutes were lost, and the Mitsubishi limped out of the stage.
Soon after, Robert Kubica is arriving at the same point. The Polish privateer back for a one-off outing. His future plans for now unclear. Oh dear, and that is an equally frustrating slow motion incident. Robert, though, straight off into the trees, and I don't think he's getting out of there in a hurry. That corner is incredibly slippery. Robert barely able to walk on it.
There were already 2 corners with ice, and felt quite okay. And then I arrived into right-hander, and I was a just passenger. The anti-lag was pushing me, and unfortunately, we slide off the road and hit the tree with front left. And then afterwards, Elfin came, and he got sideways, and he hit our rear of the car and pushed it down into the ditch.
It's been a difficult weekend for Conrad Rautenbach, and he ends his rally exactly as he started it. After a crash on the very first stage on Thursday night, he's now made a rather more public mistake here in Monte Carlo.
Oh dear.
Armin Schwartz is feeling heat of a different kind, but not just on his brake discs.
Armin, what's going on in there?
I have no idea. I have to look. But I think it's the brake cooling.
It's more likely to be leaking oil burning in contact with the hot engine.
Whatever he tried, he was, as they say, like Bambi on ice. And then it just got worse.
This is privateer Nicola Huilo. He's a mountain bike downhill champion and has made a promising start in the WRC. He was 10th on day 1 in his Peugeot 206. He's set to compete in 6 events in the WRC this year, but he can't complete this one. By the time Gilles Polizzi got onto the stage, the warning flags were out, signalling trouble ahead.
Hein? Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Putain, mais vous nous avez arrêtés maintenant! Oh! Avance, avance, tant pis, Gilles. Avance maintenant. Avance, on gagne de place. Allez.
The end of the stage is a slush fest, and arguably even more treacherous. He's not going to make the corner. You can see from the tracks ahead, he's not the first to make the same mistake. Neuville straight on across the field. A bit of a detour to rejoin the stage. I think we could be in for an interesting afternoon here. Flying a bit too fast at Neuville's favourite corner. Obviously incredibly difficult to judge the grip levels at that 90-degree corner. Tanak 2 across the field. Despite this detour, it's another stage win for the Estonian.
Oh, he's into a field in that stage, but still fastest through the stage.
I have no idea, yeah. This was some lucky place. I'm happy with it. Got stuck after, so yeah. It's tricky with the black top and this, it's so hard.
Tirreni is one of the most exacting and exciting stages in the World Championship. 6 kilometres of snow and ice, but they're running on tarmac tyres. At the top of the pass is where McRae came unstuck, the fly-by-wire throttle in his Ford failing right on the apex of a blind bend. Mäkinen nearly runs straight into the stricken Ford, but there's not even a flicker of emotion on his face as he passes his rival and almost guarantees a third successive win on the Monte. McRae managed to get going again, only for the car to break down. This time, it was all over. Furious, McRae vents his anger. For the second year in a row, the Ford has let him down whilst leading.
With the Ford Focus dropping to 5th, Mäkinen's Subaru set the fastest time through the darkness. Loeb had been quickest on the previous stage, however, so the gap between the pair was now over 28 seconds. But there was also controversy in the darkness this year. Citroën placed Loeb's car into the overnight halt on fresh tyres, despite regulations forbidding a change at that point. The event stewards took a dim view, imposing a 2-minute penalty, which was then suspended after his team appealed. Mäkinen tackled the last pair of stages in an unhappy mood. He, like many others, had expected Loeb's penalty to have been applied, not suspended. He'd backed off, but crossed the finish line of the final stage, content that he'd scored a moral victory at the very least.
Pitkä, helppo oikee, 100. Ja serpo vasen, 100 maali. Yes. No niin. Yes. Siinä. Pitkä vasen eri plus. No niin, hyvä. Yes. Kiitos. Onneksi on.
Sebastian Loeb and Daniel Elena saw things a little differently. They were again faster than the two Finns on the last stage, and so felt that the win was theirs.
200 mètres, gauche 30 épingles. Gauche 30 épingles et 200 mètres. Allez, 200 mètres. OK.
I think we have a good car, we had good tyres, and everything is going very well.
Are you a bit worried about what the FIA might decide after the rally?
For the moment there is no penalty, and I think everybody knows that the rally is in the stages, and every driver thinks like me and every spectator thinks like me, so if we have a penalty after, not a problem.
Mr. Loeb thinks he'll be standing on the top spot of the podium. What do you think of that, though?
So it sounds a little bit stupid. They should told it already in the morning if they wanted to do something like that. It is absolutely too late.
Skoda had surprised many with the pace of the big Octavias on the little mountain roads, but the man who'd led their challenge would crash out of the Monte Carlo rally in one of the most astonishing incidents the World Rally Championship has witnessed. This amazing shot shows just how lucky Roman Kresta and Jan Tomanek had been.
Middle, into.